Hi everyone, my name's Laura. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're an existing subscriber. So the eagle-eyed amongst you who've seen my channel before will probably have noticed that I've changed my channel name. So I'm no longer the Carpe Diem Stitcher, I'm now So Very Laura. And I've been giving this some thought for quite a long time, and I finally decided to make that change. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of an explanation as to why, and then I'll get into some more usual Friday Sews content about what I've been up to and what my plans are for the next week or so. So when I first started my channel, I really did feel like I had so much to sew and so little time to do it, which was the kind of strapline that I had on my channel underneath the Carpe Diem Stitcher. I felt like I got lots of things that I wanted to make and very little time to do it. I work full time, and obviously therefore that limits what I can do. So nothing about that has changed at all. But I have decided that that isn't really why I sew. I think I sew like many people because it makes me happy. And one of the reasons it makes me happy is because I can make clothing that I can curate into a wardrobe that is absolutely something that works for me with my lifestyle, my body shape, for my age in terms of, to the extent that I feel that that matters, which actually for me is not very much. Just things that work for me and that make me happy when I wear them. And one of the comments I often get from friends and family when I wear clothes that I've made is, "That's really you. That's just you." So that's why I've changed my channel name to So Very Laura, because I can make things that are So Very Laura, and that makes me happy. And it doesn't matter whether I make 5 things or 50 things, as long as I'm making things that make me happy, that's why I'm doing it. And if you are interested in sharing in my sewing journey, I'm really happy to have you along. So I'm not planning on really changing my content very much in terms of what I'm going to be doing going forward. I'm still going to be talking about my makes and what my plans are, and also doing some pattern reviews of the things I've done, reviewing things like online tutorials. I'll come back to that in a minute. Fabric hauls, obviously, of course. Who doesn't like a fabric haul? Sew-alongs if you'd like them, and if there's anything that you would like me to include on my channel that I haven't currently been doing, please do let me know, and I'm very happy to do that if that's something that I can possibly manage. And also, as before when I was the Carpe Diem Stitcher, I will be including a little bit of knitting and crochet. That's why I was the Carpe Diem Stitcher, but it doesn't really work to say Stitch Very Laura. It doesn't quite trip off the tongue. But I will still be doing a little bit of knitting and crochet on my channel, and what I'll do is I'll try and pop those pieces at the end of my videos, so if you are only here for the sewing, then you can finish the videos at that point. And I have actually got some knitting to show you. Okay, so on with the more Friday Sews element of the video. So as you probably know by now, Friday Sews is a hashtag that was created by the lovely Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room as a way of allowing you to find sewists who are talking about what they've been up to, what they're going to get up to in the weeks ahead in terms of sewing, and a little bit of life as well. So if you pop Friday Sews into the search bar on YouTube, you'll find lots and lots of videos from lots and lots of sewists talking about what we love, sewing, and what they've been getting up to. So you've probably noticed that I'm not in my sewing room. I would be very lucky if I had a sewing room here. So I'm actually in Lanzarote, and I am sitting on this tiny little terrace at the, I guess it's actually the front, because the road is behind me, of a villa that I've been staying in with my husband for the past 2 weeks. So we go home tomorrow. But I've been thinking about doing the rebranding and doing some of the logo stuff while I've been out here, hence why I kind of thought I'll try and get a video in while I'm here to explain that. So yeah, I'm in Lanzarote. This is the view that we wake up to every morning, which is beautiful. And I'm taking the chance to film while the neighbours are out, so they don't think I've gone completely crazy and started talking to myself. And I have my coffee, and clearly the one thing that I haven't got with me, because I think it probably would have been grounds for divorce trying to take a sewing machine on EasyJet. Obviously, I don't have my sewing stuff with me, but that hasn't stopped me thinking about sewing. So as I say, I've been doing the rebrand on the channel and on Instagram. But I've also been making some plans for what I might sew. And the other thing that I've been doing is I've been watching, I might have talked to you about it before, I bought a couple of online tutorials from Sew Over It Stitch School. And I've been watching one of the sets of videos this week. And this is a tutorial where you essentially measure yourself to make a trouser block. And it does suggest ideally that you have someone with you and they help you take the measurements. But you take your measurements, you draw out this trouser block, you make a toile up, you fit it to your body, and then you can make the final version of your trousers. And I got this when they were having a sale a little while back, and I've never actually done it. And because I do want to make some trousers, I thought it might be a good idea for me to watch it while I'm away. So I've watched most of it, and I've watched the bit where they draw out the pattern, and that seems reasonably straightforward. I think it's probably easier when you've got your own there in front of you and you're not watching it in the abstract. And then they show the toiles of 3 people from Sew Over It being scrutinised, both in terms of how they feel in the toiles and by someone else who's looking at the way the fabric creases and making some alterations. What I would say is the alterations don't look to be all-encompassing even across 3 different people. And of course, you're never going to get every single tweak. There is a PDF guide, but I don't know if it's going to be comprehensive enough. I'm really not sure. So I want to try that out when I get home. But I am getting quite tempted to buy the Stitch Sisters trouser tutorial, which I think does literally show lots and lots and lots of different alterations. So I'm going to try this one out when I get home and see what I think, and then I will make a decision. But if you want me to do a more detailed review of that when I've done it, I'm very happy to do that. So that's one of my plans for the upcoming week, because I thought that I'm back at work next week, but I thought that if I can get my measurements maybe taken on Sunday, get my husband to take them, then maybe I can start drawing that out in the evenings, and then maybe sew up a toile the following week or the following weekend. So that's one of my upcoming plans. And the other 2 things that I want to do are I want to get on and finish my sewing caddy. So I'll try and pop a picture up here. And if you saw my last video, you'll know that that's what I've been focusing on, and I'm very nearly finished with it. I've just got to put the lining in and put the wireframe in, and then it's pretty much done. And then I will do a review of that pattern for you. So hopefully on Sunday when I get back, that will be, well, I'm back tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to be sewing by the time I get back tomorrow. I'll just be collapsing in a heap. Yeah, so hopefully that will be something that I will get done on Sunday. And my other plan, because I am going to go to the virtual social in the afternoon of Sunday the 26th, which is being run by Sam, who is Sequin Girly Creates, and also Christine, Gemini Stitcher. And I'll pop the link down below. They've still got a few tickets left. I booked on last night. I thought I might also actually like to do something that's kind of concerted project. And I have got some fabric which I bought when I was on a cruise earlier this year, and I'll pop a pic up here of it. Some fabric to make my husband another pair of the McCall's pattern shorts. I'm just looking it up, sorry for looking away. It's McCall's M7987, which is the pattern that I used to make him some shorts with some Minions fabric. So I'll pop a pic up here of him in those shorts, and he's worn those quite a lot while we've been away, and I said I'd make him another pair. So if I can get those made by November the 30th, then I can enter those for a gift to November. And really, I've got everything I think that I need. The only thing I'm not sure about is if they need lining, because the Minions fabric was actually quite thin, so I had to work out how to line it, because on the pattern it's only the pockets that are lined. So I need to check that and check if I need to buy some lining fabric, and if I do have to, then hopefully I can pop to our local fabric shop in my lunch hour on Monday and get some lining fabric. If I only need to do the pockets, then I'm probably okay, because I've got the fabric that I bought to line the pockets last time, if that makes sense. So they're my imminent sewing plans, and I've told you a little bit about what I've been up to this week. Obviously, you know, we've been away on holiday, so I haven't spent every waking minute thinking about sewing, though quite a lot of it, as always. But I did bring some knitting with me. So when I went on holiday to France, this was just after I started my channel, and we went camping in France, and I bought this, which is Burda magazine in French, and it's full of knitting patterns. And I decided that I would like to make this, which is kind of lacy pattern, I suppose, lacy kind of rib pattern. And I bought some wool for it when I went out on a road trip down to Clevedon, which isn't too far away from me. It's kind of down the M5 past Bristol. And I went down with my lovely friend Julia, who is also a work colleague. And I got this kind of sea greeny wool. So I hadn't started this at all before I came out, but I've had a problem with my right arm, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to knit or crochet. And the other things I'm making are being made in the round, and they're quite heavy, and I didn't want to bring anything that was already made up that I wouldn't be able to do because it was really heavy. So I thought I'd have a go at this, and I've actually been doing quite well on it. So you can see this is the back. So you can see then the rib, and actually you can see here I've just started shaping for the raglan. So the pattern is in French, and I tried Google Translate. I do speak a bit of French, so but it's kind of like I can understand the general instructions, but the abbreviations, you know, I didn't do knitting in French when I learned French at school. So I tried Google Translate, and if you are a knitter, you will know that there is a stitch where you slip one stitch from the left-hand needle to the right-hand needle, then you knit a stitch and you pass the slip stitch over. And on Google Translate, that translated to overlock, and I'm thinking, no, I'm not sewing, I'm knitting. So I managed it by virtue of just kind of Googling the words and found YouTube videos and stuff. So managed to work it out. But I'm quite pleased with the way that's turned out, and it hasn't been massively painful to knit. The arm's been a bit sore, but it kind of is. So I'm having physio, so hopefully it'll get better soon. So yeah, so that's what I've been up to while I've been away. We've had a lovely time. It's been really restful. Haven't done a whole lot. Went out a bit more in the first week because the weather was much worse. It was very windy. So although it was warm, it wasn't particularly pleasant sitting outside, and it also kept raining. But I'm not the sort of person who can just sit on a sun lounger and sit in the sun. So I tend to sit in the shade, and I either read or I do Sudoku or watch YouTube videos. So I've just had a really lovely, relaxing time. Haven't brought much me made with me. So definitely holiday wardrobe is an area where I need to say some things to make me happy, but I haven't yet. But one thing I have worn a ton while I've been here is my lovely Jazz and Wow earrings. So I'll pop the link to the Jazz and Whale shop in my description. And most of you probably know by now, these are made by the lovely What Beck Sews, and Jazz and Whale is her Etsy shop. But they have been super comfortable and they've gone very well with most of the things I brought out with me. So that's it. So I'm going to have a go at editing this while I'm out here. We do have internet in the villa, but I have no idea what the upload speed is like, so we'll see. But hopefully this will be a Friday Sews on a Friday, and let me know what you think of the channel name change. Let me know if there's anything that you would like to see on the channel. Please do give me a like and a subscribe. I'm hoping also that So Very Laura is a bit easier to remember than the Carpe Diem Stitcher. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think of my plans. Let me know what your plans are, what you're going to be sewing over the next few days or weeks. And I hope to be back with you very soon with another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.